that you're doing?
23 years of performing in WWE, and we're down to our last stage.
You're down to the last
It's been a crazy year, just to bring everyone but 3 people in the audience up to speed. You 3 know what we're talking about. It has been a crazy year where I announced this like 15 months in advance. I'm gonna retire. This has really never been done in WWE history. WWE superstars don't necessarily retire. They always kind of hang on for one more match. I am absolutely 100% done. The 13th of December on Peacock is my last in-ring.
You will never wrestle again.
I will never wrestle again. In WWE, if you know what I'm gonna retire on the 13th. They will be moved on by the Royal Rumble. And that is real facts. I will be forgotten. That is not a plea to sympathy of like, always remember me. By the Royal Rumble and the road to WrestleMania, nobody gives a fuck. Because they're focusing on what the show is. That's like 3 weeks after I retire. 3 weeks after I retire, nobody's gonna give a fuck. And that's not, I'm not saying like what I did was meaningless. I've lived the moments, they're great. People move on.
John Cena has sent a clear warning message about Vince McMahon potentially rejoining WWE. The 17-time world champion didn't hold back during recent media appearances, addressing the elephant in the room that everyone's been talking about. As Cena prepares for his retirement match on December 13th at Saturday night's main event, he's opening up about his former boss, the allegations against him, and whether there's any chance of McMahon making a return to the company he built.
If you don't mind, if I can indulge, talk pro wrestling heroes. Who do we need to knock off? Who do we need to get in?
I mean, in all reality, and it's a diabolical.
Because man, he can kind of invite. You can invite anyone you want in here. You just gotta give him the wish list.
I mean, you gotta start with the number one, without a doubt, Vince McMahon, who started this gangster shit and spread it around.
I would definitely have him.
It was a little
he would be great.
Yes.
Whatever magic you have out there, and you have a lot of gravity.
Do you think he'd be interested in doing it?
Are you kidding me? I think he would love it.
Really?
I think he would love it.
Okay.
I don't know when the right time is, but man, don't miss out on that. At least send it out to the universe.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely. Vince, if you're listening,
let's
go.
I think this experience would be a great one for you.
Let's start with the bombshell interview that got everyone talking. John Cena appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience this past Friday, and Joe asked the question on everyone's mind. Is Vince McMahon still involved with WWE? Cena's response was measured but firm. He confirmed that McMahon is currently out of WWE, completely removed from the company following his resignation in January 2024. This came after former WWE employee Janelle Grant filed a lawsuit against McMahon, accusing him of physical and emotional abuse, sexual assault, and sex trafficking.
Is he still involved? Is he out?
No,
is he in? He's out. He's out totally.
Yep.
It seems like he's the guy that'll be out for a little while, and then something will happen to bring him back in.
No, I don't know. Again, that's way. We were talking about like, why is your last event in this place? I'm like, man, because I don't choose the event. Like all that stuff is so far above me. But I know.
But here's where it gets interesting. When Rogan suggested that McMahon seems like the type who might be out temporarily but eventually return, Cena hesitated. He said, quote, "I don't know, man. All that stuff is so far above me, but I know now he's out."
Well, I don't know. Again, that's way. We were talking about like, why is your last event in this place? I'm like, man, because I don't choose the events. Like all that stuff is so far above me. But I know now he's out.
Cena went on to express his belief in forgiveness and healing, but, and this is the key part, he made it crystal clear that personal feelings don't excuse accountability. He stated, "Just because I feel a certain way about a person doesn't exonerate them from being accountable for their actions."
Just because I feel a certain way about a person doesn't exonerate them from being accountable for their actions.
This is the warning, folks. Cena is drawing a line in the sand between his personal relationship with McMahon and the serious allegations that need to be addressed. Now let's break down what makes Cena's comments so significant. Throughout his career, Cena has been known as one of Vince McMahon's biggest success stories. McMahon pushed Cena to the top, kept him there for over a decade, and they developed a close friendship.
In my eyes, I'd like to think that like time heals everything, and I believe in forgiveness, and I also believe in like looking at the body of work. But I also know there's a lot of fragile stuff going on there. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a hot subject. It could
is.
Get us into another Chinese Taipei incident.
Well, no, man. I've learned to become a little bit more accountable for what I say, and just because I feel a certain way about a person doesn't exonerate them from being accountable for their actions.
Right.
But on the Joe Rogan Experience, Cena demonstrated something we don't see often in professional wrestling. He put accountability above loyalty. He acknowledged McMahon's contributions to the industry, referring to comedian Tony Hinchcliffe's phrase about McMahon starting all this gangster stuff. But Cena immediately followed up by saying that McMahon's accomplishments don't mean he shouldn't be held accountable for his actions. This is a massive statement. Cena is essentially telling the world, and potentially sending a message to McMahon himself, that there's a process that needs to happen. He said, let's figure out what that means, and then figure out if we can move forward and bring that back in the fold, or if it stays the way it is.
So let's figure out what that means, and then figure out if we can move forward and bring that back in the fold, or if it stays the way it is.
Here's where Cena revealed something fascinating. He called the loss of McMahon's creative mind unfortunate for WWE, acknowledging that McMahon has so much depth of field and knowledge that the company can no longer access. This shows Cena recognizes the professional loss while still maintaining his stance on accountability. But then Cena dropped another truth bomb. He recalled a lesson McMahon himself taught him: nobody is irreplaceable. Cena even mentioned witnessing McMahon fire Stone Cold Steve Austin, WWE's biggest attraction at the time, just for missing a date. McMahon's message was clear: I've got to let people know this isn't okay. It's time for you to go.
Raw's been on the air for almost 30 years. 20 of those 30 years has been dominated by the greatest WWE superstar of all time. And that man makes his return to Raw live here next week. I make reference to no less than Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect, John Cena!
The irony here is powerful. Cena is essentially saying that McMahon taught him that everyone must face consequences for their actions. And now McMahon himself is living out that very lesson. Cena stated, I never wanted Vince to go because I love him and I know how much he loves the business. But he taught me we're all going to go, all of us.
And of all the things he taught me, one piece that was very important is that no one is irreplaceable. And that's the truth. The one thing that needs to stand firm is the consumer's belief in what we do. And Vince has so much knowledge. I think what's happened is unfortunate because you have this individual with so much depth of field.
Now, all of this conversation has been amplified because of Cena's upcoming retirement match on December 13th at Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. Fans have been wondering, will Vince McMahon attend? Think about that for a moment. John Cena, who called McMahon his biggest mentor, is having his final match, and the man who built his career probably won't be there. That speaks volumes about the severity of the situation.
Which one of you has that quality?
And I walked up to you and looked you in the eyes like a man. And I said, you give me a chance, and I will not let you down. And you gave me a chance, and I didn't let you down. Tonight, I officially announce my retirement from the WWE.
Stephanie McMahon, Vince's daughter-in-law, has confirmed she'll be co-hosting the event. But as for Vince himself, the 80-year-old hasn't attended any WWE shows since his resignation and has had no influence on the company since January 2024. Some have speculated that McMahon could appear via video message, but even that hasn't been confirmed. The silence is deafening. What this tells us is that WWE and TKO are maintaining their distance from McMahon, and rightfully so, considering the ongoing lawsuit that also names WWE as a defendant. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. What John Cena is doing is actually quite remarkable in the world of professional wrestling, where loyalty has traditionally trumped everything else. This is a significant shift in wrestling culture. For decades, but firmly, the times have changed.
I really would much rather talk about what's ahead of us, and that's really important. I've been pretty honest with my opinion to answer that question. And if you didn't see it, I know you can dig it up somewhere. But I think we're on the precipice of something pretty special. And as the business evolves and continues to evolve, damn, it's in pretty good hands with the TKO folks. So I am happy to be where I'm at. Again, I think if you want that information, you dig hard enough, you can find it.
Yeah, look, come on.
On today's Solo Sunday News, Triple H is booed out of the building after John Cena taps out at WWE, a Saturday night main event. Triple H defends the controversial finish to Cena's retirement match.
After John Cena's retirement, WWE fans are going wild, and many are now saying WWE is fake. Fans believe that Triple H is the man behind John Cena's loss, and that he did it to keep his WWE alive. According to angry fans, WWE scammed the audience emotionally, using Cena's retirement to shock the world instead of giving him the ending he deserved. Inside the arena and across social media, fans erupted in anger, calling Triple H the most hated man in the world.
Fuck you! Fuck you, Gunther! Fuck you, Gunther! Fuck Eddie! Fuck you, Gunther! Fuck you, Gunther! You suck, Gunther! John Cena has tapped out.
After Gunther won by submission, chants of FKU Hunter and FKWWE echoed loudly, sending a clear warning message to WWE and Triple H that the fans have had enough. What was meant to be a historic farewell for one of the greatest wrestlers of all time quickly turned into chaos at WWE Saturday Night's main event on December 13th. John Cena, a 17-time world champion and the face of WWE for more than 2 decades, stepped into the ring for the final match of his career. The Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. was packed with emotion, nostalgia, and anticipation. Fans expected a moment they would remember forever, but not in the way that unfolded.
Here is your winner, by submission, the Ring General,
Triple H got booed like crazy. On one hand, I feel like, okay, that's fine, that was actually pretty entertaining. He kinda earned it for pretty bad 2025 booking. On the other hand, I feel like tapping out was John Cena's call, and the moment being ruined, John Cena unable to appreciate the retirement felt kinda, I don't know, wasn't ideal, I guess. You know, hearing the boos when John Cena is trying to celebrate, didn't really like that. So, how do we feel about the finish, people? Well,
Cena faced Gunther, the dominant ring general, in a physical and emotional battle that felt like a clash between WWE's past and future. The match itself was intense, with Cena digging deep and showing flashes of the resilience that defined his career. However, everything changed when Gunther locked in his sleeper hold. Instead of passing out or fighting until the referee stopped the match, John Cena tapped out. For the first time in over 20 years, the man known for never give up submitted, ending his career in shock.
Come on. I'm actually mildly disappointed. I thought it would be so much louder.
Okay, and you're going first tomorrow? I heard you said that.
That is Pizzagate, homie.
What? What?
I was on Jimmy Kimmel. I said I'm ending the show. I said I normally go to bed early, but I'm gonna have to stay up late for this one. I guess people didn't read between the tea leaves. Like we're last. I don't know how the rumor started. I think there's it's difficult to conceptualize that. Again, I don't make the menu, and if Gosh, if I show up tomorrow and they want me to go on first, well, that's what I'm gonna do.
The reaction was instant and explosive. The bell rang. Gunther celebrated his victory, and Cena remained in the ring, but the crowd did not respond with applause. Boos filled the arena. Fans began screaming profanity, not toward Gunther, but toward WWE management. When Triple H appeared, the situation escalated. Chants of FKU, Hunter, and you, FK Dup, rang through the building, followed by loud fuck WWE chants. This was no ordinary fan backlash. This was pure rage.
Oh my God, what the hell did I just watch? John Cena has his last match, and there's no speech at the end, there's no confetti, there's no celebration. Oh, well, Bobby Monsoon, why you got the toilet paper in your hand? It's for Triple H to wipe his ass. He's the biggest party pooper that we've ever seen. Now, you got a lot of names people like to call the devil. You got Diablo, Lucifer, Satan. But I think after yesterday, we're all in agreement. The universal name we're going to be using for the devil from now on is Paul Levesque. What type of demonic crap you gotta be on to sit in a building full of 19,000 plus of sad, heartbroken, distraught fans, and you be the only one laughing your ass off while you're grabbing the back of John Cena's head? This is humiliating!
Online, the response was even more intense. Fans accused WWE of lying to them, calling the retirement match emotionally fake and manipulative. Many believe that Triple H intentionally booked Cena to lose by submission to create controversy and keep WWE relevant. According to fans, Cena was sacrificed to push the next generation, regardless of how disrespectful the ending felt. The idea that WWE scammed its audience quickly spread across social media, with fans saying they were emotionally exploited.
It's been in pro wrestling, and I think that's totally fantastic. Everyone is so damn angry. Wrestling should make you feel something, right? And the reason I wanted to get that out as soon as we start this video is because I think it's a very nuanced situation. I don't think it's a black and white situation. I think there are going to be some ups, there are going to be some downs. Who knows more about that than me? I think if you're only feeling one thing right now, you haven't bought in, or you haven't actually realized you have that many emotions. And that's why it's something we are going to talk about in professional wrestling for many years to come.
For many, the problem was not that John Cena lost. Wrestling fans understand the tradition of legends going out on their backs. The real issue was how he lost. Cena tapping out shattered everything his character stood for. Fans argued that Gunther was already established and didn't need to end Cena's career in that manner. To them, the submission felt unnecessary, forced, and designed purely for shock value.
Let's go, Cena! Thank you, Cena! I'm coming to you live from a car right now after the disaster that I just witnessed. I went to Saturday night's main event. I have my John Cena t-shirt. Everything is awesome. This show sucked. We can try and make excuses all you want. Triple Fraud got booed at the end of the show. He got booed because John Cena's final show, I'm looking around to make sure nobody's watching, and breaks in through the door. John Cena's final show was a disaster. John Cena's final match was a disaster. The ending to that match, in which the greatest of all time, Jonathan Cena, is tapping out to Gunther, who tapped out to Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Do you guys not see a problem with this? Jey Uso is a jobber, and he had Gunther tapping out in 5 seconds. And you're telling me that the same Gunther who tapped out earlier this year, who got pinned by Samuel Zayn last year, who got pinned by CM Punk, who John Cena beat this year, he got pinned by CM Punk at SummerSlam 4 months ago. That same Gunther is tapping out John Cena, who just pushed Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, to the limit at SummerSlam. And you wonder why Triple H is getting booed.
Amid the chaos, R-Truth publicly praised Gunther, calling him a true student of the game with star power written all over him. He described Gunther as one of the most technical wrestlers in the world today, praising his psychology, movement, and mindset. While some fans agreed, others saw this as confirmation that WWE's plan all along was to use Cena's retirement to elevate Gunther even further, regardless of fan backlash. The controversy grew even larger when John Cena's father spoke out. Cena Sr. admitted that while he understood the tradition of legends losing their final match, he did not agree with the tap-out finish. He said he would have preferred Cena to pass out instead, allowing Gunther to win without damaging Cena's image. He even questioned whether Cena truly tapped out, suggesting it looked more like a last effort to escape the hold.